that we take very good care of. We take care of our youth because they are incoming and they're going to replace us. And we take care of our seniors because we wouldn't be where we are if they had brought us. And one of the things that I'm very, very delighted, I know they're going to be happy when I go back to tell them that I had an opportunity to spend this time with you. Amen? Amen. And it's good for one reason, for two reasons. One reason is good because I get a chance to be with our seniors. And another thing is good because I'm one of the seniors. For a lot of years, man, I worked with seniors, but I wasn't one of the seniors. But now I am one of the seniors. I'm officially in the club. I'm one of the golden ages.
All right.
One of my favorite scriptures here, man, because I got to get the game coming. One of my favorite scriptures, man, that I want to share with you is actually, it's read a lot at funerals, but it really has a tremendous impact on my life. And that's Psalm 90 and 12. There's Psalm 90 and 12. I think it's just a powerful scripture. You know, you might read Psalm 90, you read about, the days of our years of 3:10, about reasonable strength. You get 4 score. But then he comes back in 90 and 12. He says, Lord, teach us to number our days.
Yes.
So that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Amen?
Amen.
And that's what I want to talk about. You're going to grow old gracefully. Grow old gracefully. Amen.
Yes.
And really, the psalmist is really kind of outlining, he did laid it out for us. Man, we'll give you 3 L's in terms of what that particular one text said. He said, number one, life ought to be about learning. Teach us. It's got to be about learning. It doesn't matter what all you went through in your life, it's whatever you learn. Amen. Because remember, take something. You never get to maximize your life if you don't learn from every experience of your life. Because no matter what you go through in your life, the Bible said you got to say, wait, you ought to be asking one question. Stop worrying about the pain, the problems, the pressures, even the persecution. Say, Lord, I just want you to teach me. Because one thing about being a Christian, I've learned this a long time ago, that God is not into social promotion. Amen. He's not into social promotion, man. You know what? You could be in kindergarten with God for 50 years of your life. Because until you learn kindergarten, God will not promote you to first grade. One of the things I did before I became a preacher, I was a school teacher. I taught 5th grade, and then I taught 10th grade for a little while. 5th grade is what really pushed me to get more saved. I know for sure, for a fact, and the educators in your day to be able to tell you, the reason why you have to pass 2nd grade, because 2nd grade you can pass 3rd grade. You can't do 3rd grade work if you haven't got 2nd grade preparation. And God is the same way, man. Everything in life, he said you got to make sure that you learn from it. Why? Because if you don't learn from it, you'll never get promoted.
Yes.
Because see, if you are in kindergarten, and a kindergarten devil is wearing you out, a new level will bring out new devils. And if a kindergarten devil is wearing you out, a 1st grade devil will kill you. So God is saying, hey, make sure that life is teaching you something. What is it teaching you in your life? You just don't go through it, grow through it. I mean, what is that just teaching your life? And we'd be surprised at how much we've delayed our blessings because of what we didn't learn. Because God, if you don't learn it, then God will let you repeat it. Amen. Amen. It'll be a same scenario, but the same lesson, but a different scenario. But God will be able to teach us. So Lord, I want you to help me. Help me with the idea of learning. Help me with the idea of what I need to learn. Because this is the things that happen in my life. Now, the things about learning, first of all, work on your mind. You're going to grow old gracefully, man. You got to work on your mind. You got to work on your mind. You got to read the right stuff. You got to put your mind on the right thing, amen? You got to work on your mind because life is about how you look at it and how you really think about it. So you got to work on what? You got to work on your mind. I remember a story of this old couple had been out to dinner, and they went back, man, they were talking to some other older couples, had been out to dinner. They said, man, that restaurant we went to, that was the best restaurant my wife and I went to. It's 20% off for seniors. Amen. He said, man, the food was prepared just right. And the guy said, man, what's the name of the restaurant you went to? He said, man, I cannot think of listen. He said, well, kind of help me out a little bit. He said, he said, okay. He said, what's the name of that flower that got thorns on it? And they're either red or yellow or white. He said, oh, you're talking about a rose. He said, that's it. Then he turned to his wife and said, Rose, what's the name of that
That was good.
You gotta work on your mind, man. You gotta work on your mind, amen. You gotta keep reading it on your mind, amen. I love Sister Tate. You made my day. You gotta work on your mind. You gotta enjoy your life.
That's right.
You gotta enjoy your life, man. You gotta work on your mind. Don't worry about your age. Thank God for your age. How many of y'all thank God for your age? Because see, here's the mindset you ought to have. More than all, you got to understand there ain't no such thing as a bad day. So stop telling folk you're having a bad day. You know why there's no such thing as a bad day? You ain't having a bad day when you got a day. If you got a day, you having a good day. If you woke up this morning, you having a good day. If you can remember your name, you having a good day. If you can go to the bathroom by yourself, you having a good day. If you can feed yourself and dress yourself, you having a good day. A friend of mine told us, man, all of his life, man, he's a brother, so all of his life, he always wanted a BMW. He's always wanted him a BMW. I said, did you ever get it? He said, Pastor, I'm 75 now. When you get a certain age, your values change. He said, I don't pray for a BMW no more. But at 75, I dropped the W. When you get to a certain age, your values change. Every day is a good day. That you have the right mind. You have the right mind. Amen. You have the right mind. Do what you can while you can.
That's right.
Don't worry about nobody telling you need to slow down. You need to do what you can. Amen. Everything on us got an expiration date. I wish I had somebody. Amen. Amen. I wish they'd have stamped it before time, but everything got an expiration date. You live on, and then stuff go down with you. Amen. But you got to understand, you got to have the right mind. It's all about learning. Lord, help me to learn. Help me to keep my mind sharp. Help me to keep my mind. I read a lot, I study a lot. I want to keep working on my mind. Make sure that my mind is sharp. Because let me tell you something. You need your mind because your mind determines your ministry. Your mind determines your ministry. It's like, God, I want to continue to be able to be a servant to you. Amen. And listen, I don't want to rust out. I want to wear out.
That's right.
I want to make sure, Lord, that I finish the time that you give me. I want to make sure that I complete the work and the assignment that you have for my life. You know, I'm not going to allow the enemy to tell me it's over. It ain't over as long as I'm breathing. And so you got to make sure that you have the right mind so that God can always give you the right ministry. You might have to make some adjustments, but you ought to be doing something as long as you're alive.
That's right.
I was eating lunch one time with Dr. Charles Stanley, and we were just sitting there eating lunch together, and I asked him one day, I said, Charles, when are you talking about retiring? He said, Pastor Blount, he said, I would never retire. I said, you'll never retire? He said, no. He said, because retirement is death. What do you mean retirement is death? He said, I ain't going to tell my mind that. One day I may change my work, or one day I may change jobs, or one day I might change what I do. He said, but I ain't going to never tell my mind I'm retired. Because if I tell my mind I'm retired, then the mind send a message to the rest of the body so you know he's not retired now. Everything starts shutting down. Amen. You got to mind determines your ministry, amen. Mind determines your ministry. And then you know what? The greatest ministry that old people need to have, all of us need to have, is when you got a right mind and you got a ministry, then you ought to have a mentoring spirit. T.D. Jakes said to us one day, I was in Dallas, Texas, and he said something very profound. He said he had only one argument against old people. And I said, what is that? He said, old people never teach young people how to get old. They never teach young people how to get old. And I didn't know that until I experienced that. I was about, 52 at that time. And I experienced that. And, you know, you get up, man, and you're, what?
Yeah.
Joints and aches and all this kind of stuff. And I'm going to the doctor and he says, there's nothing physically wrong with you. They kept running tests and nothing physically wrong with you. And I said, I know something wrong with you. I know something wrong. And finally, I had a chance to talk to an older gentleman, a deacon in my church. He said, well, what's the problem, Reverend? And I was telling him what the problem was. He said, how old are you? He said, I'm 52. He said, Reverend, oh my God, there's nothing wrong with you. He said, because when you get over 50, amen, if you don't have no aches and pains, you dead. Some things is just a matter of getting. Amen.
Amen.
And you just got to settle down and just come with old age. Amen. One time you go all night, and I take you all night to go. But some things just come what? They come with old age. I was having a meeting with our officers. Just when we get ready to close the meeting now, and one of the older deacons in the church said, excuse me, Reverend, I need to go to the bathroom. And I said, hold on a minute, Deacon. Let me finish this. And I'm going to do the benediction in a minute. You know, then you can go on. He said, evidently, Reverend, you don't know the difference between an old man and a young man. And I said, what's the difference? What's the difference? He said, when you're young, you want to pee. When you're old, you go to pee. It all comes with old age. You just come with it. And so that's what you have to learn how to deal with all of that. We need to mentor, man. We need to mentor. The question in your life is, who's going to replace you? And who are you preparing to replace you? Amen? Because you know, they're living in a culture today where nobody's mentoring nobody.
Amen.
Amen? Because grandmama 37 now. Grandmama used to be an old lady. That man with a scarf around her head and some snuff in her mouth. Amen. And grandmama kept with they mentored those girls. They mentored. And the Bible gives you a mentoring ministry. He said the older women, they're the ones that will be mentoring the younger women. That'll do that. And see the problem, we're not willing to mentor it. So we gotta what? We gotta change our mind. What about your age? Learn that, amen. Do what you can while you can. Amen. Strut while you can. Amen. And then realize that God still has a ministry for you.
That's right.
And you know what? Don't shut down. Amen. Do the ministry that God has given you.
That's right.
And then realize it. Replace yourself.
Well,
Prepare the next generation to make sure that they're better than what we are. To make sure they get what we got, but get it sooner.
that's right.
Amen?
Amen.
Amen. So that's the first thing I want to take. Here's number two. Here's number two. He said, no, I want the teachers to teach me that number my days.
Yes,
Lord, let me put a number on my days.
yes.
You know what a number on your days really means? It means to understand that nobody dies before time. Everybody dies on time. You say they die before their time. How do you know that? Because you don't keep a watch on time. So how do you know how much time anybody got? Amen? Nobody dies before time. Everybody dies on time. So you number the days, get the maximum you can out of the days that you have. You got to be able to number your days. You got to be able to do it. And see, part of it, and being able to number my days, you know, I travel a lot and I go a lot. And people say, Pastor, why do you go? And I notice, you know, it takes you a little longer to get up sometimes. You sit down too long. Amen. If you live long enough, you need some help getting up. They ask everybody in the church one day, get on your knees. I said, who gonna help me up? You don't need me. It comes a time you just have to bow your head. I said, Lord, you know. But the part about living, man, one thing about living, number one, you gotta make sure that your soul is right with God.
That's right.
It's a grace to get old. Because let me tell you what the grace to get old is, because most people are like the rich young ruler. They're like the rich young ruler. You remember the story of the rich young ruler in Matthew 19? And they said, good master, what must I do to inherit eternal life? He said, why call us not be good? Because ain't nobody good but God. And then Jesus asked him, said, boy, he said, what can I do to do it? He said, keep the commandments. And he said, I've kept them from my youth. I've kept them. through my young age. And it's amazing, if you read that story, that Jesus did not correct him. He had kept all the commandments. But Jesus said, there's one thing in your life. I need you to sell out all you got. I need you to give it away to me. Amen. And the Bible said the young man walked away sorrowfully because he had good possession. I think most people are like that when it comes to their soul. Because what happens is a lot of people don't come to the God when they're young because the cost is too high. Oh, man, amen. Oh, man, not while I'm young and I can still party. Not while I'm young. I like the club. Not while I'm young because I like to smoke some reefer. I like to do some drugs. Amen. And so people, they take the chance to try to get saved on a discount. Yeah. They take the chance to get saved when the costs go down. Amen. And so when they wait till they get old and they can't do nothing else, but come to the Lord. Amen. They can't run the streets no more. They can't do anything else. They done had 2 strokes, 1 heart attack. You know, and now they say, I love the Lord with all of my heart. They waited and got saved at a discount. Wait until the cost go down. So it's a crying shame. Amen. For an old person to go to hell.
Teach us.
It's a crying shame that you done got to this stage of your life and you ain't made your mind up by Jesus yet. Because when you get to something, and I was in the hospital one day, and one of my favorite deacons had passed away. He was 75 years old, and he was just like a grandfather to me, you know. And I loved him dearly, and I was just weeping over the loss. And his brother told me, he said, Papa, you don't have to do that. He said, because when you live and get over 70, everything you've been looking forward to is already behind you. Amen. You live long enough, you said, Lord, I've been glad I could live long enough to see my children grown. They're all grown. They're all gone. Amen. Lord, I hope I can live long enough to retire. You retire. Lord, I wish I could live long enough to get my house paid for. Now your house paid for. Amen. He said, about everything you got left, what? Is to serve God and die. Yeah. So when you get to the point of your life, how's your soul? How's your soul this morning? How's soul out? Amen. What kind of example are we giving these younger people of what it really means to live for God? What it really means to be grateful to God. I believe old people ought to be leading praise. Yeah. Showing folk how to praise God. Yeah. Showing folk how to sing. Showing folk how to live for Him. Yeah. Well, what? How's your soul? How's your soul at this part of your life? Because there's a number on your days. So you got to make sure you don't die and go to hell because you ain't made the right decisions about your soul. At a time like this, man, you're going to need a Savior. And you're going to need an anchor. And you're going to need to be sure and very sure that that anchor holds and grips some solid rock. Because life is too short and death is too short. Eternity is too long. Judgment is too dreadful. And hell is too hot for you to mess around at this age and lose your soul. You got to be sure because that's part of what's living on back. The second thing you got to do is take care of your body. And you know when you get a little older, the body is constantly dying. The body is not living. You're not born to live. You're really born to die because of a certain stage of life. Your body dies. Your body is dying. Death is progressive. It's the 3 phases of death that happen in the Garden of Eden. When we sinned, it happened. There were 3 phases of death that ushered in. We die spiritually immediately. That's what sin does. It kills you spiritually immediately. And then we die physically, progressively. And then we die eternally, ultimately. And so we are in a progressive death. Amen. That's why you got to keep taking vitamins and all this stuff. Man, I just take my weight in vitamins almost every day. You know what I'm trying to do? Slow up the death process. Slow it up. Amen. Let the Lord come get you when He's ready for you. But don't volunteer to do nothing. Slow up the death process, man. The that process. I exercise, do everything I got to do. I'm trying to slow the process up. I'm trying to slow the process up. Remember when you can see well, now you can't half see at all. Man, trying to slow it up, man. Trying to slow it up. Whoever talking to you better talk to your good ear. Your good side. Amen. And it was real funny when we were talking to each other. And then the lady said, you know, she said, I'm proud of you. He said, what? She said, I'm proud of you. He said, yeah, hell, I'm tired of you too.
That's really good.
I'm trying to slow it up. Well, saddest thing I heard, man, I did an anniversary for a couple who have been married 50 years, and I did their renewal, the vow renewal. So I'm sitting with the bride, you know, and the husband into a bathroom. So I'm sitting with the bride, and I said, Mama, I just want to congratulate you again. You know, 50 years is a long time. And she said, Reverend, don't congratulate me. I said, what? She said, them 50 are the worst years of my life. I said, Mama, I'm so sorry. I was kind of scared as I said something. I mean, she got hostile. You know, no big congratulations. She said, you know, at our age, we didn't get divorced. We just stayed there. She said, but I may be wrong, Reverend, but help me out if I'm wrong. She said, I've been praying to the Lord because we ain't got but a few more years left. So I asked the Lord to go ahead and take one of us on home so that the other one can have at least a few years of peace. And I said, Mama, that's the saddest thing that I ever heard in my life. And she said, and when that happened, she said, I'm going home to live with my sister. She said, one of y'all. You don't already figure out which one is it. Take care of your body. This is the third thing you want to take care of. Take care of your legacy.
Yeah.
See, the question is not you're leaving, but what you're leaving. The question is, what will people miss when you go? I mean, what kind of legacy are you leaving? I mean, what's the sense in being in the church for 50 years? What's your legacy? I mean, what are you leaving? And see, this is the thing I'm very much concerned about in my life. What am I leaving? And the three things I had determined about in my life when you determine your life. I understand something in my life. My three things I've always decided to be in my life. Number one, I want to always do something different. Always do something different. Always do something different. Because if we don't do nothing different, then you won't make a difference. So let me ask you, what contribution have you made or are you making that's different? That's different. That's different. And even with the churches and stuff, man, I tell churches all the time, in Mount Olive Church, what's different in Pentecost? What would they get different? Why would people have to pass churches? What would they come, what they get if they come here? Have you discovered what makes you different? God created all of us what? He did not create all of us equal. But he did create all of us unique.
Yeah.
And there ought to be something different about you. Amen? See, my wife could get another husband, but she'll never get another black. Amen? Really get Zion to get another pastor after 36 years, but they'll never get another black. Something about me. Find that thing about you that makes you different. Amen? That's how legacies are made. Now, open up more, y'all. But that's how legacies are made. Where people are able to make difference. Amen? Do something different. Do something different. I know we don't have this problem in Richmond, Indiana, but in Augusta, Georgia, all the churches doing the same thing.